Super professional intro with no music so I don't get copyright struck. Struck. Yeah! Hello there and welcome to the tour of the first run Hover Vehicles 07 and closed Cockpit HoverDefender. My name is Wimperman and I am the Chief Designer, Chief Builder, Chief Architect and Chief Dumbass of the Hover Rover Update Project. As you probably can tell, it used to be called Hover Rover, now it's a Hover Defender, and you can probably see why. It's based on the Land Rover Defender. I can't quite make out if it's based on the 90 wheelbase or the 110. It's sort of a mash of both, but there you go. And this one comes in a kind of dull green and black sort of camo pattern. I mean, as good as I could get it anyway. Right, so let's talk about her capabilities. She is propelled by 2 medium thrusters in all directions. Now I will say she's a bit slow, so this is based on the open top variant, which I'm going to get out real quick. Let me scroll up, Defender. I shall move this out the way just so it doesn't obscure the view, but she's based on that. It's basically that with the guns taken off and a roof added and some oxygen inside. So this one can get up to, let me turn my HUD back on. Oh, it says there 41. There you go, 41, and I think the enclosed one can get up to 38, I believe it is. 37. So there's another one of her features letting itself known. Right, yes, so she's a bit slow. Now, if that worries you, you can upgrade, obviously, these thrusters as you like. These are only mediums, so there are the tier 2 mediums, and you could go larger if you wanted. She also has 4 hover engines on by default. Now, this one has 4 on by default, and an extra one for maximum lift. I've given this one an extra 2 just because the extra steel and glass that makes up the roof and the doors, it kind of makes it a bit weighty compared to this one. This one's 12 tons, I believe it is. Wrong screen. 12.2 tons, and this one is 13.5. So she's a bit heavier. So I gave her a couple more hover engines for max lift, which is on obviously the max lift custom shortcut. She's also got an extra RCS compared to this one as well, because she turned quite slowly. Let me raise that one up a little bit. So this one's only got 2 on by default and a 3rd for max lift to improve handling when she's full of stuff. This one has 3 on by default and the extra 1 for max lift. Right, what else do I need to tell you? She has 5 of these normal size fuel tanks, 2 under there. There's one standing upright in the engine compartment, as it were. And then there are 2 lying flat as well. She's got a small generator, which seems to be enough. Although I haven't tried it with the constructor on, but I can't imagine it would be too much of an issue. As you can see, she's got plenty of seats and plenty of storage. She's got some external storage on the outside, these small cargo boxes, just like the original. She's got 2 larger ones on the inside with 2 armour lockers. There are 3 fridges, including the one in the front, along with a couple of other storage. The main cargo container is 2,750. Shush. As you can see, these shutters are on a sensor, and I did that because the original was just a normal door. Yeah, which, to be honest, look, I mean, you can sort of get a flavour there. it looked a bit silly because it's a massive. Well, it's not giant, but it's compared to the window in the door is big. It's got a small window. That's where I'm trying to go. But I sort of went with that because it looks a bit more like an actual Land Rover. Obviously, there was an issue with. You can probably see it there. I'm looking at those shutters, but it's showing me open the door. So I had to put those on a sensor. But it kind of makes it look a bit more door-like, if you see what I mean. It's a door with a window rather than... Yeah, anyway. What else do I need to tell you? It's got 5 oxygen tanks with 2 ventilators. The front cab and the back cabin, I don't really know what else they would be called, are compartmentalized by force fields, so that if you take damage at one bit, the other bit won't become decompressed. And it's got the same sort of lights as the original, other than the one on the back, so the constructor isn't airtight. So I had to replace that one little light with a shutter door just to, so that you can still access the constructor from the outside, but you don't lose all your air through that whatever gap there is. So light-wise, she has the 2 spotlights as the high beam headlights, and she has these 2 other lights that are operated as that are used as side lights. Let me just turn it to night, and I will demonstrate side lights. And they give that kind of light pattern, as opposed to the headlights, which do that, you see. And she has some interior lights. Let me turn those off. She's got 1 in the front and 2 in the back. There we go. There's the one in the front. Let me get out the seat. 1 there and 1 up there in the back. And they are also controlled by that lever there. And she has a couple on the outside. Shutter doors, and she has a couple on the outside just for lighting up the ground around her. They're not very bright, but they sort of do the job, you know. I think that's about it. I mean, you can see there were 6 seats, so I didn't bother telling you that, except now I just did. You can also see there's an O2 station inside. She does have a detector and a Wi-Fi, which is there. Hang on, let me make it daytime. Ah, those shutters. Okay. Oh, and I need to... Oh, let me first show you her handling. So, she's okay. Like I said, she's a bit heavier than the original. If you turn on the maximum lift, it turns on the extra RCS, so she's a bit better when empty, but they hopefully will make a bit of a difference if you're carrying some cargo. Now, what I was going to say just now, say now again, Wimp, is shutter doors. She comes with a couple of paint options. Let me turn it, actually. Yes, that'll do. So, she comes in this camo, as you can see. Now, if you don't really like the camo, you can, in fact, change it all to the green. I mean, obviously, if you prefer, you could go all black. Ooh, don't undo. What did I undo? So you could do that, actually. Now, she comes with 2 other colours. She comes with this khaki, which makes it look like that, and that. But she also comes with what I call Duncan Blue. Yes. So my mate had a Land Rover Defender 90 that he called Duncan, and it was that colour. The roof was white, and I did do that for one of the screenshots. Yeah. So you could do it that colour if you wish, but those are the colours it comes with. Right, let's undo all of that, and then I shall say goodbye. Bing, bing, bing. There we go, sorted. Right, so thank you very much for taking an interest in the not-a-land-rover, the enclosed cockpit variant of the HoverDefender. Hopefully I'll see you either in the refitting of video for this build or a video for another build. Thank you very much and goodbye. Super professional outro! Just to give you time really to remove this video from your watch later list or something.